I was just thinking that too.
You should be a watcher. You can be a watcher.
Especially since it has this bug where it tends to start me at half health. Damn, how many are there? I see it. I thought I died. There was a lot of them. The one that likes glitching out for me is the the goat one. Yeah, I don't know why. Sometimes it spawns me in goat form with a lot of stamina, and then other times I literally have enough stamina to run for 1 second. Like it'll give me a couple hundred stamina, and then other times it'll give me a couple thousand stamina. I don't know what the deal is with that. What's that big purple? Oh, it's your book.
Good, good. Now I can get that book Malchus needed.
Have I told you how great it is that you do all the fighting?
Wait, why did it remove my banner? Oh, because we turned into watchers. I was like, did I die? Don't forget to put your banner back on if you need it. Never done that one. I was gonna say, yeah, I think the last trial I did was Vet Sanity's Edge with my guild. I don't usually do trials because it's, unless it's with like a guild, Random trials are such a mixed bag. I don't mind doing it, it's just I have such low patience for bullshit and or just like stupid players, and a lot of times I get paired with stupid players. No, I mean like, I don't even mean like they don't know the mechanics. I mean like, the last one I did was, we were trying to do MCR +3, and they invited this one woman who was, as soon as we got in there, she gets on mic and she just starts laughing hysterically, talking about how drunk she is, and just she thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. And then when we get to the boss fight, we're trying to like, the tanks are trying to like coordinate mechanics and whatnot. She's laughing about how apparently she wasn't wearing panties and she thought it was the funniest thing ever, and she's just busting out laughing, and everyone's telling her to like shut up so we can coordinate. She just would not shut up. I'm just like, I don't have patience for this. I'm too old. No, I know, but that's why I have to be in the mood for trials, because I can't deal with stupid people like that. Yeah, because I just... Ugh. Yeah. Ooh, damn. Yeah, that one would take a... Well, and the problem with that is, as soon as someone... Of course, that applies to like a no-death run in a dungeon, too. Is that as soon as one person dies, you're like, well, there goes the entire run. You make 11 million a week doing that? Oh, I was like, how? Because I've seen people do like Vet Hellraw Citadel plunder runs. They'll advertise that, and I'm like, I don't even understand what a plunder run is. I've never asked. I get.
Jolly good and well done. These enemies were hardly a challenge for you.
Just what? Just by selling the loot you get? Oh. Hmm.
What an exciting time.
Yeah. Or my favorite, when they're standing in like lava or poison or something, and you're healing your ass off, but they still die because of course they do. And then they just start, yeah, and then they start screaming at you like, "Why did you let me die? You're a shit healer." I'm like, dude, do I need to send you a screen cap of what you were doing? I hate that shit. I really should. my favorite when it comes to like vet and hard mode DLC dungeons is every time I queue for a random, if it queues me for a DLC, first question I always ask is, does anyone need me to explain the mechanics? And I swear there are so many times when I'll say that, and either people will say, no, we're cool, or they won't say anything. We get to the very first boss, and I can tell right away they don't know the mechanics. I'm like, dude, I can't, like, I can't drag it out of you. You either tell me the truth or don't. I hate when people do that. Like, why lie that you don't... No, because I even... Well, that's the other thing, is I'll type out to make sure, because I've had that happen before. I'll type it out when I enter to make sure that they see it. But yeah, my my favorite one is like... I mean, I kind of get it. I get that there are some people who just don't want to talk on mic. Whatever, I get it. But, exactly, yeah, that's my thing. Is like, I don't care if you have to talk, or I don't care if you talk. I care if you can hear me. But they'll make like all kinds of excuses for like, oh, sorry, I don't have a headset, and then I'll look at their profile, and it says they're playing on PS5. I'm like, dude, you realize your controller is a headset and a microphone? Like, you do have one. You're holding one. Like, it's not great, obviously, but like in a pinch, you can use your controller, yeah. And they'll talk about like, oh, sorry, my headset's broken. I'm like, well, then how are you playing the game? Like, you know, just stop bullshitting me. If you don't want to talk, just say you don't want to talk. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm like, if you don't want to talk, just be real and say you don't want to talk. I'm fine with that. And honestly, I would respect that more. I hate when people lie like that. And I to be fair, sometimes I understand. Like, I used to ask, when I attend DLC dungeons, I used to ask, does everyone know the mechanics? And I started to realize that if I ask it that way, people will lie because they're afraid if they say no, they'll get kicked. I'm like, alright, I understand that. I understand, because you probably will get kicked by some people if you say you don't know the mechanics. But that's why I switched it up, and instead of asking if they know the mechanics, I'll say, do I need to explain the mechanics? So that shows that I'm willing to help if you don't know. But just, yeah, the amount of times people will lie and say, no, I'm good, I know. And then and then you can tell right away, no, they don't. They don't know. I hate that. I didn't even know that I didn't know the bots even did trials. I thought all they did was spawn. Yeah, that's weird. I didn't know they did trials. Well, ironically, that's what I spend a lot of my time doing, is the 4-man dungeons, because, yeah, that has a lot of the same drama and crap the trials do, but it's 4 people instead of 12, so it's less grating on my nerves. Yeah, what the issue is. Another one I've always loved is when you'll queue for a dungeon, and it'll, like, people there will all be CP. And some even high CP, but then I'm sitting there as I'm tanking, and I'm watching them, and then like the entire fight, because I'm thinking like, DPS is kind of low in this group, and I'll be looking at some of the CP players, and they'll just be standing there like light attacking over and over and over. And I'm like, you are someone who probably got power leveled. Which is another, like, nitpick of mine. Whenever I see new players asking in zone chat, hey, what's the fastest way to level? Or like, can someone power level me? Because I'm like, dude, you're gonna end up a CP player who has no idea what you're doing. It's not even that I like don't like them getting a break. I always explain to people there are so many mechanics that the game. I mean, yeah, I get that. But my thing has always been. I mean, yeah, that. But no, my thing has always been there are so many like little mechanics and tutorials that the game teaches you when you level normally that you skip if someone just power levels you and kills a bunch of, like Skyreach. If they just run you through Skyreach, you skip all of that. So then you end up a champion level player because you were power leveled and you have no idea what you're doing, you have no idea about builds, or even like DPS rotations. Yeah. Exactly. So then you start immediately queuing for like vet DLC stuff, and you have no idea what you're doing because you were power leveled. I hate when people do that. So I always tell new players, don't get power leveled. Oh, honestly, I am too. The amount of times when I've made like an alt, and I'll be in like I'll be in like Ardon, and I'll be on like a level 5 or something, and I'll type in zone chat, hey, you know, can someone help me with this world boss? Dead silence, no one ever comes, and yet when I'm on like my tank or my healer, and someone asks the same thing in zone chat, and I go over to help, there's like 5 other players that show up. I'm like, where the hell were you when I needed it? You know, it always happens that way. When I want to help other people, there's a bunch of other players that help, but when I need to help, dead silence. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Why would you even need more than one? Because you could just keep making characters. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to farm the I'm trying to farm the fortunes. Trying to get this tattoo set, but I need 20 of like these maps or fragments that the vendor sells. So I need to farm a bunch of fortunes. Do you know how often the vendor in here resets? Is it every week? No, not the quest. The merchants. Like the dude who has like a rotating stock.
Our work
How often he resets?
satisfactory, and therefore its own reward.
Because I've been looking and he doesn't have the specific type of fragments that I need to get 20 of. He doesn't sell them right now. Yeah. It's funny. I knew as soon as I logged in on, I don't know, what was it, Thursday or Friday? I knew there had to be some PvP event going on because I logged in and it was like 8 my time in the evening, which is like, because I'm in Pacific time, so that's like prime time for server. And there were West Coast. Cali? No. Hawaii is, I don't know what time. No, but I mean, I don't know what their time zone, I don't know what their time zone is called because they're 3 hours behind us. My sister lives there. And they're 3 hours behind us. Oh, really? Is that what ethnicity you are? Because you're on my friend list, and I was going through my friend list once because I was thinking to myself, you change your profile picture a lot. Because I feel like every time well, more than my other friends, because I'm like, who is this person on my list? And then I realize, oh, it's you. But I was like, what ethnicity are you? Because I couldn't pin it. Oh, so you're a Heinz 57. You're kind of everything. Yeah, because I was like, I couldn't figure out what you like, what your features were. I couldn't pinpoint it. Why would? What the hell would they? Why would they go out of your way to call you that? I would take that as a compliment. because I guarantee you, if they say you play like a girl, that's an insult, especially if it's coming from a dude. So I would take that as a compliment. It means that you're. Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong. That's why I always thought it was. That's why I always thought it was weird, because I've looked, because I spend a lot of time in Vocal Guard, and I've noticed that a lot of times that like you're hanging around. I get that. I guess I'm just curious though, if that's how they initially treated you, then why would you go through the effort of proving yourself to them so they could become your friends? I would have just immediately written them off. No, and okay, and I get that, but then you said like some of them are your buddies now, and I'm like, why would you want to be friends with people like that? True, but I have like 75% of Vocal Guard blocked. Every time someone new comes along that starts trolling in that zone. No, I know, and that's the problem, because I was literally just going to say that now it's to the point where when I block someone new, I get a pop-up on my PlayStation that says someone else was removed. Because I have that many people blocked. But, More power to you, but a lot of the people in Volkograd I wouldn't touch. Like, one, it's a lot of the same people too, like, Douche Bagalo, Final Boss. Well, that's another thing, I'm like, I'm too old for that shit. Cause like him, yeah, him, Final Boss, Temp 655, Baby Doll, she's the worst. I hate her. Never heard of that person. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Well, since you're friends with that group, maybe you know. Is Temp? Are her and Final Boss dating or something? Because every time I see that dude, Final Boss, he is standing around Temp. Like, all the time. He is always near that girl. And I'm just like, are you two dating or something? I'm nosy. Because another thing I've always noticed is wherever Baby Doll is, Temp is right there. That's another thing I've always noticed. Oh no, I got that. I don't know, me and Baby Doll, years and years ago, really got into a fight, and ever since then I'm just like, can't stand her. She's just mean, and I don't have patience. I don't have patience for that. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh, never mind. He's not doing that. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, well, now it is. I thought he was doing the thing, so I went in early. I got him. No worries. As long as we don't both die. How far have you gotten? Oh, it's as far as you go. Oh, you don't ever try and get further than that? Well, okay, yeah, I don't mean like solo, I meant like if you do it with someone else. Solo, I could see that. You've never tried to go past Arc 1? I mean, yeah. I like trying to go as far as I can, because the amount of fortunes you earn goes higher and higher. I think that's fine. I think the first time I ever made it was Arc 7, and by that point, every mob had like 1,000,000 health. It was insane. At that point, I was just like, yeah, when all the trash mobs have 1,000,000 health, and like, that's fine if you're in a trial with 12 players, but not when it's 2 of you. Yeah, they had about 1,000,000 health each, and I was like, okay. And it took, I'm not kidding, it took us probably 4 or 5 hours. Which, you know, it's like when you're in here, as long as you don't wipe, It's like, well, why not keep going? No. I mean, I didn't have anything else to do, but... I don't know, just one of those things that's like, well, we're here, we haven't wiped, we still have some lives left, so let's... Yeah, exactly. And then when we die and call it. I just wanted to see how far we could get. No, but there was one, because it was one of the times, I think I was having just a bad day that day too. Because there was one time I was there just for like a casual run, and I didn't expect us to go very far. And so I invited this random dude who said yes in zone chat to go with me, and he ended up being a really, really kick-ass DPS. And I was, by like arc 3 or 4, I was like, because that was one of the times we got to arc 7. By arc 3 or 4, I think it was arc 3, I was like, okay, I'm getting kind of tired, this is starting to grate on my nerves. And he